What is up? Books, you're back.
I'm back.
You've returned.
I'm in a very good mood today.
You're drinking wine. Parsley, sage, rosemary.
And now, mind you, I'm just gonna say, I've had 2 glasses so far, and they've both been about like this.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. All right. Well, we're in for it. So if Books just happens to get muted or something like that at some point, if she starts to ramble, drool on herself, anything like that,
I have more composure than that.
Yes. No. I was glad when you joined the stream. You sounded very coherent, and that was good.
I mean, I'm not an incoherent drunk. I've been drinking since I was like 15.
Okay, so have I, and I haven't drank for like 13 years because I was an incoherent drunk. That's the whole point.
Oh, see, I'm not. I'm a very good composed drunk.
Very good, very good. I'm Irish, so people think we drink a lot, which we do. In that we drink every day, but we're lightweights, and so.
Oh, see, I'm Italian.
Yeah, you're Italian, right?
Wine. Wine is like water.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Wine, it grows on trees out there.
Pines.
We got Blairy Line in the chat. We got Tino Ibarra, who can't chat long, but wow, that was such a good Dynamite to be at. Holy shit, Tina was there live. My God. Blairy Line, that's my purse. I don't know you. Beef Mordos in the chat with us. What a darn week of pro wrestling. Hell yeah.
Oh.
Pippin in the chat.
Yeah.
What up?
What up?
Yeah, and Beef Mordos driving, so not drunk. That's good. That's really good. It's good not to be drunk when you're operating.
Yes. I will not be operating a vehicle. I feel like I should state that.
Yeah,
I'm most
let's
likely
be clear.
Uber eating dinner because I don't think I should cook and.
You don't even cook and drink. You're like You don't drink and cook. Wow.
No.
Wow.
Well, I'm gonna do 2 podcasts tonight, drunk. So I mean.
You got a lot of drunk to get through. Yeah, I that gave me some relief too, because I'm like, well, we're the first one, so I think
Oh no, I will refill before Books and Bex.
Oh, my cousin's in the chat, just saying, I. Hello, cousin Tony. It's good to be with you. People told me that I was too mean to my cousin recently, and
well, I mean, kind of are.
Well, yeah, and it dawned on me that I am that I am always the heel. And so even a heel like my cousin can look like a baby face if I'm mean to them. So I'm just going to have to give you guys an opportunity to see for yourselves.
Too much on palate.
You broke up there a little bit. Uh-oh. Books. No.
I'm back. No, it was you, then me, then you, then me.
Oh, no.
But I somehow understood every word you said.
Blairy Line makes a cogent point here. There are 2 podcasts in Book's life. This is the first one where we think she's regular and respectable. The second one, however, they get the second glass, Books. She's on her second right now.
I'm already on my second. They're getting my 3rd glass.
Yeah, they're getting 3rd glass, Books. Yeah. Yeah.
And we're not even talking about Scott Hall tonight, so.
Wow. Well, that's probably a good thing if you've been drinking. Because God only knows.
Especially now that I've realized that Andrade and Scott Hall are like the same person.
By the way, did you realize that we haven't actually reviewed that show yet? That we were going to review that day that you had
we have to do it.
You had a fridge tragedy and I was sick.
If anyone wants to know what happened, but the last 2 weeks have sucked. My dog is not dying, but is on 4 different medications.
Oh, no.
She has a double ear infection, a bacterial and yeast infection. So if your dog has allergies, don't fucking wait. Just take them to the vet. And my fridge broke. And my landlord won't give me money off rent. After I lost like $400 worth of groceries. So.
God damn. That's... Fucking
I'm in such a good mood.
But you're doing better now. And that's why we're drinking today.
I also have a very important announcement before we start.
Okay. All right.
Well, I mean, when we start. from the Church of Kenny Omega.
When we start, okay.
I mean, we could probably do that before topic 1.
Yeah, yeah. No, we'll do it at the beginning before we get into the first. Yeah.
Kenny Omega, which is going to be repeated multiple times tonight.
Yeah. Beef Mordo said his wife likes to remind him of the time he tried to make chimichangas while drunk in college and almost burned our apartment complex down. Tino says, "Oof, been there." Yeah. It's a common thing. Chimichangas are a dangerous food to cook. Let's just be honest with ourselves. You know, they're delicious, so they're worth it. They're worth it. But they burned down more than one apartment. So anyway, we're doing Bash of the Beach this Monday. Books, are you going to be there?
Oh, okay, so I need to rewatch it.
Yeah, you need to rewatch it.
Okay. I'll be there.
I got through like half of it before we realized we had to cancel. So like I still have to watch part of it.
I just really only care about one match. And one match only.
But the fact that you don't care about the other matches is why we want you to talk about the other matches, you know? So you can still thirst after Scott Hall.
You know what annoys me?
He has a dream boat. Look, I'm not, no harm, no foul here.
I almost bought a shirt to wear that night for Scott Hall, and then it wasn't going to get here in time, and now I regret not buying it because it would have been here.
Blurry Line's asking if somebody okay. Is somebody
I'm
okay?
not.
And I mean, really,
that's hard.
Is anyone?
I that's why I'm drinking.
You have okay, I see how Blurry's comments. You had to watch the Carson City Silver Dollar match twice. Are you okay? Yeah, no.
I have no idea. Okay.
That's what being that's what being a sicko is. Okay. Tino doesn't drink. He was talking about dog allergies. Been there.
Yeah,
got it.
It's
okay.
Yeah, no, it sucks. Like, oh my God. But they gave her these steroids, and this dog is like not itching. Her ears don't smell anymore because the ear infections are gone. I mean,
that's good.
Yeah.
That's all a plus. All a plus.
I don't. I just didn't know dog allergies can turn into infections.
Tony's accusing me of some kind of abusive behavior. Blades being mean to me is endemic of larger problems. Look, we don't need to air this, okay? You know, we don't need to air this out in front of everybody, cousin. Just because I was nice to you one time and kind of admitted that I was going to try to be nicer to you doesn't give you the right to start, like, accusing me of stuff in front of everybody. I'll ban you. Yes. Larry Line. I do hope the Bash of the Beach show happens because otherwise I watched a Disco Inferno match for no reason. That's correct. And I will not let that stand, sir. You will not ever consume a Disco Inferno match for no reason on my watch. All right. I'm done being nice to my cousin. We're not. All right. Okay, Books, are you ready to get this thing on the road?
I'm so ready.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Sit Down, Shut Up, Mark Out, Time Blade Daily, and I'm joined once again after a little 2-week hiatus by the one, the only Books and Bodyslams. Books, welcome to the show.
It feels good to be back. You know, I thought 2 weeks ago I was just in a really good headspace with wrestling, but then I took some more time off until like really this week. And man, let me tell you something. Now I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Now.
Were you able to watch Redemption?
Not yet.
Okay. So you were like waiting to see how things settled.
I was really just like, Redemption also happened mid-fridge and visits, so it was not top priority in terms of money. Like, when I say the last week, I've probably spent my entire paycheck twice the last 3 weeks. That pay-per-view just wasn't in the...
Yeah, it just didn't factor into the mix.
You
should always hit...
I don't
if a pay-per-view ever happens that you can't quite afford at the moment, the next day you can always hit your boy up. I have my methods.
We have it.
Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. So you're back. We're not talking about anything weird here. You're back.
I'm back.
AEW felt this week like it finally just shifted into All In mode. Now, last year, Hangman Page beat Will Ospreay at Double or Nothing in May. And we knew who the challenger for Moxley was going to be for 2 months. Okay? So it was like, I think there was a little more anticipation and buildup, and I think people were kind of missing that this year. You know, there was the big kind of swerve with Kenny winning the belt right after Forbidden Door. And then there was the, then redemption had to be built up. And it felt like a really random show, and we reviewed it this past Monday. I reviewed it with Pippin and Shane G. And we talked all about it, so go listen to that if you haven't already. But, and Kenny has this great defense against Kevin Knight. It's a good match, but the show closing angle was so big.
I did watch that.
Yeah. I mean, that's that. If you watch one thing from the show, that's the thing to watch. Like, it was so well done. It was so clever. Now, to me, coming into Dynamite, I'm like, okay, they have a direction. This hasn't been random. It's just they haven't known how to do like Forbidden Door, which is kind of a random ass pay-per-view by its nature, and then do and then be able to pull off like another pay-per-view that they have to build from the ground up right afterwards before All In. They haven't figured out how to do that quite yet. So it just felt like kind of a distraction this year, and maybe next year they'll kind of have a better formula for it, you know?
Hopefully. They also could, not have pay-per-views every month. Like, we go like 3 months at the beginning of the year without one till April, March. We really could save some of those empty spaces for in between big pay-per-views.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. It would have been nice to actually just leave a hole in July and just from Forbidden Door, just build into All In. I would have preferred that, but they did okay for what they were working with. And I do believe that somebody told me that HBO asked or Max or WBD asked them to do another show. So, what are you going to do? Everybody's got a boss somewhere, right? But it feels like they finally shifted to the spot where they did have a plan. And for the first time in weeks, Dynamite felt like a show that knew exactly where it was headed. So my question for the chat is, where would you rank this Dynamite in comparison to all the rest of the Dynamites? Where would you rank this Dynamite in relation to the other Dynamites this year? Is it top 5, top 10? Is it number 1?
Definitely top 10. Top 10. Because, obviously I'm going to be very biased to Bash at the Beach. So.
Because Kenny won the title, yeah. And it was a fantastic show. I mean, it really, really was. Okay. So I would say it's in the top 3. I would think it's in the top 3. I would put Bash at the Beach and this in the top 3. It was a very promo heavy show, which I don't usually rank those episodes as highly just because there's less matches. So yeah, I would say top 3. We got Blurry Line say top 5. Tino says it was number 1, but he was there live. So, there's maybe a little bit of bias going on there. It was a really good show with really good segments that were outstanding, says Antoine. And Antoine also said, yes, please give AEW a chance to redeem redemption. Get it? LOL. Hi, Booksy.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it. It was just, there's so much other things happening outside of wrestling right now that it's a little
totally
bottom priority.
yeah And Blurry Line agrees that 11 pay-per-views a year is a tad too many for my liking. I agree. I would love it if they kept it around 9. 9. A little break here and there is nice as a fan.
Especially because Tony does a really good job of treating weekly shows, knowing that not everyone can afford pay-per-views. There's no reason for that many when you're giving us quality television every week.
Yeah. So, Books, you said you had something that you wanted to.
I do. I have
Yeah.
I have an announcement. This is an announcement from the Church of Kenny Omega.
Okay. All right.
That bitch, Will Ospreay, deserves everything Kenny has done and everything Kenny is going to do. That one-wing angel deserved. Those slaps, fucking deserved. Let's not rewrite history. Kenny took Will under his wing, helped elevate him, respected him as a rival, treated him like a friend and equal. And how did that bitch Will Ospreay repay him? By telling Kenny he gave up on himself, questioning the legacy of the man who helped pave the way for him, and then spending about a half a second debating whether to Bryan Danielson him with a plastic bag. How would any of us react in that position? Kenny is not the bad guy here. It's that the title belongs to that bitch Will Ospreay. Kenny is just a sweet, innocent, one-wing angel trying to get revenge on a man who pretended to be his friend, stab him in the back, and then act shock Pikachu face when Kenny fought back. I rest my case.
Wow. Well, very compelling.
The church has a lot to say on this.
Yeah. And you know, I mostly have to agree with what you said. Like, Kenny, what I like about this story a lot is that everyone from their respective position is justified on some level, right? Will's justified.
How is Will justified?
Hold on.
How is Will justified?
I was just about to tell you. All right. So he's justified in the sense that Kenny was never there for him to talk to. Kenny was always like, Will, you could have talked to me. We could have worked this out, but Kenny was gone all year. Yeah.
You know these things?
Yeah.
Hi, Kenny. I'm struggling. I know you're still suffering from latent health issues from your intestines almost exploding on you.
Mm-hmm.
Can you wait a minute? Can we just have a quick
Kenny's
conversation
intestines
on the phone?
almost exploded? Why didn't they ever mention this on the show before?
Wild.
It's crazy.
Like
crazy.
These things exist.
I didn't know that.
Like this exists.
So Will joins the Death Riders. He kind of falls under Moxley's spell, right? And yeah, he almost puts the bag over Kenny's head. I mean, it was really like, is he going to fucking do this? Because they're going to make him a mega heel before he goes to his home country and Kenny gets booed out of the building. Are you serious?
It's going to be bullshit that Will is the baby face in this because it's his home country. Will is the bitch.
What was great was that Kenny gave the promo of his career on Dynamite this week. This is the best Kenny Omega promo I think I can ever recall. And I would call it promo of the year, period, between him and Will. It was absolutely fantastic. We'll kind of give some more context for this in a bit. But, when Kenny slaps Will for the first time, the reaction from the crowd just made the whole thing. It was just absolutely like, oh, shit. Like the tension was so thick. And then it got even thicker. And then, when Kenny goes, you liar, Will, he's just like, Kenny feels so betrayed. You know what I mean? Yeah. Kenny feels so betrayed. Moxley's like, kid, what did you think we were doing? We kill our opponents before they get a chance to kill us because we're paranoid freaks. And we're living on some ranch out in the middle of Idaho somewhere, starting up some paramilitary thing. Like, that's the Death Riders, right? And Will just realizes that apparently at Redemption because he's not that smart. And to be fair, he has been very honest about that in the past.
Yeah, I'm not blaming him for being like misjudging the Death Riders or their intentions. I'm blaming him for thinking that he's in the right here.
I don't know that he does think he's in the right. I think he realizes he kind of fucked up, but he's not going to let Kenny bitch slap him around either. You know what I mean? And I think that's
those bitch slaps were really deserved though.
and you could tell like Kenny has been waiting for this moment all year long. He knew this promo was coming at some point, before All In for months. And he has been getting ready for this. And he played the disappointed, betrayed teacher so fucking well in this.
Yeah.
So
whenever someone says Kenny can't cut a promo or Will can't cut a promo, this is what you're sending them, because it was top notch. And like, I just wanted to know the after of them behind the scenes after this, like laughing, like, like, cause you know that those are just two of the biggest fucking dorkiest goofballs to ever exist.
They knew they made magic. They had to have. Yeah, they had to have.
They must have been geeking out so much afterwards.
It's one of those moments where, as I get older, it's very hard for me to get totally swept up in stuff. Like, very rarely happens. My analytical brain doesn't shut off super easy anymore. But it did during this. I was just a little kid watching this. Like, like, I couldn't believe it.
Because you really felt the emotion from both of them. Like, they did such a good job with that. Like, in all seriousness now, not as a character. It was so freaking good. Like,
yeah,
I have rewatched it so many times because I was just like, holy fuck, how obviously, like, I don't know if we're ever gonna have the next Hollywood ending, but this mentee versus mentor, a disappointed mentor, like, storyline that they are doing is so fucking good. I also don't trust Hangman in this situation either, but that's for a different conversation.
Well, that's actually where this conversation is going to start. See, at the beginning of the show, Renee is out front waiting for Will Ospreay to show up, and he's just walking around in his soccer kit and one of his kits, that he wears. And she tracks him down and she wants to get a word with him. And then they look across and the Death Riders are just in this tunnel, kind of staring them down. And Will walks up to Moxley and, basically says, Mox is like, they showed what happened after the match, that the Death Riders went to the back and Mox is looking at the camera, and Mox actually put Kenny over really strong in one part here where he goes, he's watching the TV. He's like, get him, Will, and all's forgiven if you just get him right now. And Will doesn't do it. And then Kenny hits the one-winged angel, and he's like, I told you, Will. This is Kenny Omega. He's a shark. You're swimming with a shark in the main event. Like, he's putting Kenny Omega over huge, like, this is the top of the top that you're fucking with. You got to get him before he gets you, kind of thing, And so where the Death Riders stand. Where you're wondering where Will Ospreay is going to stand, because after Kenny attacked him, you're like, is he going to go crawl on his hands and knees back to the Death Riders? And the answer to that was no. He said no. He pushed the Death Riders patch back into Moxley and said, I'm out. I'm done. And Moxley's like, well, okay then. And then he kind of lets him walk past him. And the funniest part of that was the camera is still following Will as he walks past them, but Renee has to run around the Death Riders to get back in front of Will and keep talking to him. And then who should come out from the side but a freshly shorn Hangman Adam Page. How do we feel about Hangman's hair? Do we like it?
I don't hate it.
I wish it was a little longer. I mean, Hangman's just a long-haired guy in my mind.
Okay, but sometimes we gotta get rid of those dead ends. So you need a little bit of an extra chop.
I mean, how did he have feet of dead ends? I mean, seems like a guy who cuts his hair once in a while. Anyway, he's a father.
Hairstylist? No.
I could be. Hanger, let me try. Is what I'm saying. But Hanger comes out and he says, no matter, kind of to Will, he's got this smile on his face, like he knows something. There's this knowing look about Hangman. And this was definitely foreshadowing something. We're going to get real drama over the next few weeks, because Hangman said, look, you're one of the best that I've ever been in the ring with, period. And no matter what, I got your back. And Will said, well, I can't trust, these guys, the Death Riders, are going to be coming for me. Kenny and the Bucks are coming for me, and I can't trust Kenny, so I can't trust you. And I got to do this alone. and he walks off, and Hanger kind of like turns his head and smiles yet again. And I'm like, is he really going to side with Kenny in the Bucks? Because I kind of don't think he is.
Oh, I think he is.
I kind of don't.
I think he's going to play the long game here, where he's going to make it seem like he's not going to side with Kenny in the Bucks. And then there's going to be fallout.
And then what? All four of them are going to turn heel?
Yeah, they better. Because we have to remember, this is most likely one of the last times we're going to see the four of them together.
Mm-hmm.
We have Kenny on maybe his last run. The Bucks are going to go on their last run. They're going to end as the full elite. So whether how long this takes or not, Hangman's playing the long game here to try and get Will's trust.
I mean, I guess he could be fucking with him, but Will did help him last year during his match with Mox.
And so did Kenny. Kenny has been on Hangman's side. They have teamed up together.
Right. They haven't shown that there's any issue between Kenny and Hanger. But
and we all have seen Hangman stuff and being the elite. So they're not fooling any of us.
But why is Swerve sharing that picture of him and Hangman and Will together? Why because
Jon Moxley is a manipulative little fuck.
Mm-hmm. But what does that have to do with Swerve sharing a picture?
Do you really think? Oh, Swerve! I thought you said Moxley.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
That was the wine getting to me.
Okay.
We're gonna trust Swerve too.
Yes. Well, no, you can't trust Swerve. You can't trust Swerve. So that it leaves a lot of ground to kind of make up here, right? Like, one, where the fuck is Swerve? Okay, that was my question at the redemption. With Kurt Jangle,
well, Tony,
I was asking,
hasn't Tony addressed this, that Swerve's doing something off?
That he was doing something outside of wrestling. Yes.
Yeah.
But for All In, you're not going to have Swerve there, even though he's been at every other pay-per-view. Like,
no, Swerve's showing up.
He's got to be at All In.
Swerve's showing up.
Okay.
Guys. Do you not think Swerve is going to come out the moment Ospreay went? Maybe Kenny retains. I'm more and more thinking that they may actually keep.
There's no fucking way. No.
But
I love that Kenny said that in the promo. That he's like, what? And I'm the guy who's just gonna lay down for you in your hometown and let you win the belt. Like,
okay, but here's the thing: that's something that AEW does is they do a little too much for hometown shows. You gave it to Paige for no reason. You gave it to Mariah and then didn't do anything with it. I get that there's probably more of a story with Will, but like sometimes let's pull that little swerve where we don't put it on the hometown hero. And
there was no story with Paige. There was no story. And a lot of, and I agree with you because like for instance, as a Defy fan, I've seen Darby wrestle before he was even in AEW. I've seen Brody King wrestle before he was even in AEW. Swerve, like a lot of people, right? So them being in prominent matches on the show isn't necessarily like the biggest draw for me because like I've seen those guys a lot. There's a lot of other people I want to see. Don't stack it with the people from my hometown, like that. But in this case with Will, this is their third, and probably I doubt that they go back to Wembley again next year. So unless they're planning on doing that and Cody Rhodesing finished the story shit, this thing with Will, which I just don't think they're going to do. Will is winning at Wembley.
You are so Don Callis lately that it's very fucking disappointing. Wow. I'm going to start sending you Kenny stuff in the mail.
Don hates Will as well. Will's the only one who fired him. Kenny didn't fire him. Flare line. And Kenny never betrayed anyone ever in his life. He's a loyal dude. Kenny never betrayed anybody.
Angel.
Yes, he definitely never turned heel on Jon Moxley in the middle of a match and hit him with a microphone, knocking him out so he could beat him with a one-winged angel. Never. Antoine, and you know what? I'm not a part of the church, but I absolutely agree. Will became little brother Will real quick in all this. But to Will's credit, he knows he's little brother and he's playing it up right now.
Yeah,
this is about little brother becoming big bro. This is what this story is about.
What's gotten me like just laughing is people who call this nostalgia or like recycling, because like how, like, you're literally seeing the like years and years of like Kenny like putting Will under his wing, like literally saying Will is the guy, like this is your next big star right here. Like they've had 2 matches, by 2 TV matches. There was a third, but it was like in 2015, and I don't even think it's actually available.
No, I don't think so.
Calling this nostalgia or recycling is just like bullshit, because it's literally like, this is what long-term storytelling is. You build up a story throughout years. You've taken their past and have created such this like big moment where either Will's gonna like say, Kenny's like no longer my mentor, I'm it, or something.
Well, he's his own man, right? And so like, at the end of the day, I think Kenny's wanted Will to succeed him. He looks at him as his actual natural successor. Like, I think like, I'd be surprised if he doesn't think of him that way outside of kayfabe. Like, I'd be surprised.
Oh no, that's 100% like how he feels. Like I said it was always going to be Kenny losing to Will, because that's what Kenny and Will want.
Yeah,
they know what this means for their their friendship. What Kenny has done for Will. Will's listen, I'm not talking like him. He's like a little bitch right now. Will is a little sentimental little bean, and so is Kenny. And they know what that moment's going to mean, and they know what that moment's going to mean for like fans. Yeah.
Yeah. Tino, Will made a god flinch. That was like something out of a Greek tragedy. It really was. Like, I hadn't thought of it that way when Will, threatened to hit him with the elbow. Like, that was, he made a god flinch. He did. Rarusha makes probably the most necessary point here. The thing I love about the motivations of Ospreay, Kenny, and even from 2 months ago, Swerve, is that we're getting fan favorite feuds where the justification makes sense for everyone. Yeah. Will was like, I was at the show where Moxley beat him, right? And his anger blinded him and he lost. Mox so rather than wanting to kill Mox, he like said, teach me how to let go of the emotion or how to channel the rage or whatever. And Moxley did help him do that. Right. And now that's going to be interesting, because at some point, that's going to be turned on John Moxley. It like Moxley's made his own monster, Yeah. And so, when Kenny walked out in that awesome fucking suit with the beautiful pink, hey, I am a heterosexual white man, and I thought the man looked hot as hell. I was just like, oh my God. Like, that dude, wow. Kenny just looked.
Did you see Ryan Loco's photos?
I did. I'm
not well.
Beef Mordos, Kenny strikes me as a guy who gets a new number every few weeks. Maybe Will couldn't call.
Will is definitely the person who gets the text, hey, this is Kenny.
yeah, that's probably true. I got another new number. Will is a bitch. It's my second fave, but it may just end up healing Ospreay. He looked so weak. I honestly didn't think so. By the end of the promo, at the beginning of the promo, the crowd was very pro Kenny.
Yes,
and it was because Kenny refused to accept any of Will's excuses, right? And this is what we're usually yelling at our TV. Like, no, don't let him off the hook like that. Because in wrestling, these people are rubes who let themselves get worked by their friends way too easily. And then they turn on him later.
I'm also going to say something controversial. I think that's why Kenny's actually a secret heel right now. He's too smart.
Well, I think what I would say for Kenny, and this is just my own observation, but like, Kenny's always been great, right? Always. He's the GOAT for me. But Kenny's taking wrestling more seriously than I've ever seen him take it before, because I think he realizes he's on a limited run here.
Yeah.
And so he's taking it very seriously in this whole different way. And so this, like, thank you for supporting me through my diverticulitis, which nobody's ever once mentioned on television before. Thank you for supporting me through that. You fans are the best, has now transferred to, I have the belt. And if you want to take this belt, you're going to take it from me, looking me in the eye. You are not going to pull some Death Rider bullshit and fucking attack me. And, you know, and what he said was like, I'm laying there just waiting for somebody to help me. I can't get up. I can't defend myself. I can feel a chair around me, you know? And I realized why it took so long when I saw that torn up bag. And Will was like, I was never going to do that to you. And that's when Kenny goes,
but you
liar, Will.
You thought about it. You thought about it for a split fucking second.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else in Kenny's shoes would have been the same fucking way.
Of course,
if
they
your
would have
best
been.
friend, yeah, like if any one of your friends just like you see them with it, like, and you know what they have done before, you'd be like, "Fuck you, bitch! I don't care what your excuses are. It should not have taken you that long to consider not to do it, and then to get the chair off my neck."
Well, and so that's what we have now, right? We have two baby faces. One who is easily confused and a bit stupid, and Kenny Omega, and who is wise and done putting up with people's bullshit. You know, he's just at the end of his rope.
I'm telling you, Kenny is always going to be gray, and he's right now, while looking face, is a little bit more leaning towards that heel.
Well, I think Kenny showed so much babyface earlier this year, people forgot that he's a killer.
Yeah.
And he reminded everybody.
Is my favorite. I love when Kenny is teeters.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's the best version of Kenny because he's somehow authentic, but not cheesy authentic.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where he shines.
Yeah. Blurry Line says, we do need to remember in Will's defense, he is a simple man.
He's a little bitch.
Beef Mortis, Will just likes playing Mario Kart with Alex. He doesn't think that much.
Like a bitch.
Beef Mortis also says the first slap made me jump out of my seat. I watched that segment 3 times.
You felt
the night it aired.
You felt that slap.
Because the first time I was like, oh shit. Like I said, like I'm not analyzing anymore.
Do you think they practiced? Like how hard are you gonna slap me? Let's practice.
So the rule of television is when you slap, and this was always the excuse people made for Stephanie McMahon, because she would just slap people. Is that you have to lay it in on TV to make it look good. Like a fake slap looks really fake on TV. Like it just does. So
no, those were real slaps. I just want to know how many Will made him practice
but Kenny's like
Will likes.
Kenny hit him in the neck, so he wasn't hitting him like in the jaw.
In the face.
Yeah, because you can knock somebody out.
Giant red mark. Yeah. Especially the umph he had. But I'm definitely saying they definitely had a little too much fun practicing that. Like I could just see like a little bitch like a slap fight backstage. Like, all right, let's practice this.
Yeah. No, I think these two were having the time of their life because they knew they were making magic. They knew it. And Tino Ibarra goes, speaking of which, whatever happened to Mariah May? She hasn't wrestled on WWE television for over 100 days now, as I understand it. Wow.
But guys, we're really concerned about how Persephone has been booked.
Yeah, we really got to be worried about that. I'm just baffled. I mean, baffled. Liv Morgan hasn't once defended her title yet, but God, the way they're using Persephone.
Passion for the wrestlers.
Yeah, it's like a very backhanded way of trying to publicly negotiate with somebody who's still under contract. Like she's such a star. Look at how they treat their stars. Blurry Line, Death Rider is just standing in a tunnel like they're going to drop some fucking Grease Lightning banger of a musical number. If they had started snapping like the Jets or something, it wouldn't have surprised me. They were they were doing tough guy finger snapping. They were right on the cusp. They're right on the cusp. Tino had to go, but says Detroit loves Willow. Motor City Machine Guns is finally all elite, and give Detroit a dang pay-per-view. Tony Khan. Yeah. Okay. So we got to move on. We got to keep moving. Beast Mordos, this company likes us too much. They won't end the stadium show on a downer note.
But I'm just going to say that, like, Kenny losing would be a downer note. So,
but I think they're going to have such a great match that you're going to appreciate it so much that it's like Kenny's not going to get hit with a steel chair and lose. You know what I mean? Like,
no.
Will's finally going to beat Kenny clean. And I think that's the thing he's never done.
That's the point.
Yeah.
That's the point.
And you can't build this company around Kenny, unfortunately, as much as I still want them to.
Well, they did, and now it's time to move. Sadly, I mean, it's time to move on. Like,
you got to invest in Will. He's your future.
Yeah.
You know, Will, Darby, Hangman, Swerve, Takeshita, Bandito. I mean, you just got this entire crop of people just waiting for their chance. Jay White. We're going to get to Jay White. We are going to get to Jay White. Okay. So, questions for the chat. Do you guys think they were foreshadowing anything with Hangman? Do you think he will take up with the Elite, or do you think
I think it's a bigger story? But yes.
Do you think he'll choose the Elite or Will in all of this? And I'm asking the chat. Could this involve others we haven't seen yet, like maybe fucking Swerve? And like I said, Swerve was recently posting pics from last year's All In of Ospreay, Hangman, and himself standing together, smiling together. Is that connected in any way? Bleary Line says he doesn't think he links up with the Elite while Kenny's champion.
Yeah, it'll be after, but
yeah, it'll probably be after. Yeah, maybe
it's gonna be closer to the end.
Maybe Will comes out during the match and does the head nod at Ospreay to take out Kenny, the way Matt Jackson did to him. Huh?
Do we really need listen. Do we really need to Kenny just got over that head nod. We had multiple BTEs about Kenny getting over that head nod.
We did. Yeah. It went on for like 6 months. Where the
It went
Bucks
on
were
for
trying to hide
6
it from him. Like it wasn't on pay-per-view. And he couldn't just watch it whenever he wanted to. Yeah.
I just really don't want it, like, them to have to rebuild Kenny, like Hangman being a part of the elite again. I love that he's doing his own thing, but I really think we should keep them, like, we're at the end of 3 of the 4's runs. Like, let's just, like, can we please have them end on
good terms?
Good terms.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to end on bad terms. I don't think that'll happen. I think that Hangman may have to, like, tell them, like, your time is up. Like, it's time.
I think that's how it's going to go. We're going to have
it's time for the
BTE where
Oh yeah. No,
Hangman
I think
is the one to say something.
Kenny and the Bucks are going to walk off into the sunset at some point together, and Hanger's going to be the one left behind.
Oh my God,
Speaking of the one left behind,
we're going to get a sad little Hangman giving the nod. Why do you want to torture me? I'm drunk.
Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. What did you just break something?
I threw my pen. Why do you want to make me cry again?
Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston shared a animated video on their social medias on Wednesday. Very curious timing. The piece was called Daybreak, and it depicted them both as unicorns at a circus who were chained up, who were trying to break out. And, you know, obviously they came out with the unicorn horns and all that stuff. And Kofi and Xavier were together and they were trying to break out, and they finally did break out, and they run past their friend with a broken unicorn horn who's still tied up, who can't go with them. And the unicorn with the broken horn gives them the nod, like, go on without me. And I swear to God, grown man over here, I was in a Target parking lot and I almost cried. Like, I mean, it broke my heart. It was like, for those of you who can't see what's happening right now, Books just had stuffed Kenny Omega in her lap, wiping her eyes wiping tears from her eyes. Like, this is actually pretty much gold that we've given everybody so far. Books, congratulations.
I should always be drunk.
That's what a lot of people say, and then they end up hopefully
getting help. I'm just saying point. to film, I should always be drunk.
That's how it starts for a lot of people. That's why people in the entertainment industry are in rehab so often. Blurry Line makes a good point. I don't think Hangman could place himself within that close a proximity to the world title.
Hangman
I thought
needs therapy.
He does. Oh my God. How are we going to get through this? Hangman is always telling us some 2-year story, says Beef Mordos, and that's not wrong. Blurry Line, I think that Will is absolutely still under Mox's spell, hence parroting the Ace wants the ball line. Did you see that, Books, where they cut to that Moxley promo from 2022?
Yes.
Where Moxley's like, the Ace always wants the ball. I want the ball.
But AEW doesn't do storytelling.
Well, this was my bigger point. This was my bigger point. Basically, Tony Khan, for better and occasionally for worse, has been extremely hard-headed and stubborn about the kind of wrestling he wants to present. It's not the kind of wrestling that WWE presents, certainly, and it's not the kind of wrestling that most previous wrestling promotions have presented. It is a TV product. It's not made to sell tickets necessarily. It's made to be a soap opera that plays out over a long period of time. And it's what WWE says they do, but don't actually do. That's what AEW does. They tell the most compelling stories I can ever remember seeing in wrestling. That's insane. You know, he really has innovated something with AEW. Something that maybe Lucha Underground did a little bit of, but still in a very different way. Blurry Line says, not gonna lie, I entirely think that was Big E's idea too.
I have one thing to say about this, and that's it's time we start a campaign to free Big E from that circus and his shackles.
Them depicting the ringleader and stuff like they escaped the circus.
And the pinwheels having trademarks because nothing you do there is actually yours. Brilliant. I also just want to point out, notice how a lot of these wrestlers who come out of WWE reference leaving a circus or being chained. I mean, not a coincidence.
Beef Mortos, why do you torture me? I'm drunk. Did you just break something? Exchange of the year. It's pretty good. It was pretty good. Yeti Malone says, real tears, glass me a river. Yeah. Michael Allen Lewis is with us. Hey, buddy. Anyone suggesting that WWE is a better option for Persephone after seeing how Mariah, Jordan, and Julia are booked are trying to sabotage her? I totally agree. It's just
good news is I think she's a AEW. Like AEW is a dream, not WWE.
I think she's definitely, she loves being in CMLL. I think that that's a big deal to her still, and we'll see. She's this isn't like the last contract she's going to sign. She's very young. She's like 23, 24. She's really young. To be fair, from what I understand, Big E's not under a frozen contract as he never stopped appearing for WWE on kickoff panels, stock exchange openings, etc. No, I think he just feels like he has a place in WWE and he's not going to wrestle. So why?
Imagine Big E on commentary though for AEW.
Oh my God. I mean, the level of absurdity those three would get into together in AEW. Let's not even go there. Let's not even go there. Big E, come to AEW. Willow Nightingale came out to one of the most thunderous rounds of applause I have ever heard in my life. Okay, Blurry Line, fine. Just keep coming up with great ideas for Big E and AEW. I need Big E and Willow in the same company at the same time. Yeah, and it can't be the other place. Yeah. Why
are you so anti Big E in WWE?
I'm not. I'm just trying to respect the man's decisions. Don't break anything else. Okay. Yeah, Detroit was just absolutely unhinged and unglued this entire time on Dynamite and Collision. Why are you holding a fork? Why are you holding a fork right now?
Told me not to break anything.
So you're okay. They weren't cheering because Willow finally won. They were cheering because they were happy for Willow, that she got her moment. You know what I mean? That she got the recognition that they desperately wanted her to have. Willow is like the most beloved character in AEW and one of the most beloved characters in pro wrestling. And maybe in this moment, she felt like one of the biggest stars in AEW, period.
I have a lot of thoughts because this is an unpopular opinion. I wasn't very happy Willow won. I don't see a world in which Mercedes is losing.
I do see a world in which Mercedes
after last night after Wednesday kind of did, but if Mercedes wins and Willow was just like
was a transitional champion or whatever,
I would be very pissed off. I also think it should have been Tekla's moment because what Tekla has done for the company over the last year deserves to have that match at one of their biggest shows. I'm very happy for Willow. I'm just very disappointed because this seems to be one of this Tony Khan gets stubborn with his booking.
But here's the thing, and here's where I would push back a little bit, is if you do Tekla and Mercedes, right, you've got to invent a story, and you've got to do it in a month, right? Like, invent a rivalry that's not there yet.
Not really. It's she's won the Owen Hart.
Mm-hmm.
Just have Tekla come out and keep calling her a dumb bitch.
It's not about whether
Mercedes' skin. It's just like, to me, these like Kenny and switching from Kenny to MJF made sense for the long term, but with the Owen Hart, you don't need as much of a build for story because it's
I won this,
like
so
a
I
contract.
get that.
Yeah, it's a contracted match, right? So that's why I'm just like, Willow coming back afterwards at All In to confront Mercedes and be the one to keep challenging her, I think would have been better.
You mean Tekla?
No, I mean Mercedes winning against Tekla at All In.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
And then Willow returning and continuing to be a foil to Mercedes. Well, having her be a potential transitional champion doesn't sit right with me, and it bothers me for Tekla, who deserves a lot more than her run gave her.
But she still, like, I agree she should have been booked better by far. And I said this on Monday, like, what she accomplished as champion was all due to her, really, in spite of bad booking. Like, but I would also say that this title reign accomplished a lot for Tekla.
Oh, 100%. She's a star with or without the belt. I don't love the idea of Willow being transitional because
right.
I can also see Warner Brothers whatnot pushing for Mercedes.
I could see that, but I also think that Willow has genuinely, she sells a shitload of merch. There's demonstrable ways in which you can see that she's a very popular star that really, like, they took a chance on Stat last year. I think they realized she wasn't quite ready, you know. Then they kind of replaced that with Tekla instead, you know. And Tekla was totally ready, you know. And she had a very, very good first run in spite of some pretty bad booking, where she pretty much had to do everything on her own.
Do you keep having Mercedes lose?
Not forever. Certainly not forever. However, I have a few theories on where this could go. So Willow has her big moment. Mercedes comes out, as we kind of figured she probably would, right? And Mercedes puts Willow over massively. She goes, you know what I hate is every big moment that's happened for me in this company, or really since she left WWE, Willow's in all of them, right? Like she's connected to all of them. She won the New Japan Strong title because Mercedes got hurt. You know, then Mercedes had to go through her for the TBS title. Then she won the TBS title for Mercedes. Now she has to face Willow to get the world title at All In. That puts Willow over right there, right?
Yes.
And that's why they did this. And that's why I can justify.
I get why they did it.
Yeah.
I I have mixed feelings about this because
I get it.
I also think it's put the title on like Mercedes.
Yeah, I think I would be a little disappointed if they just had Willow drop this to Mercedes in a month. You know, I think I'd be a little disappointed.
That's why I have a hard time sometimes with Tony's booking of the women's division to be happy for Willow because it's almost seemed obvious that he's putting it on Mercedes. So I'm hoping he can prove me wrong, but I'm not going to be too celebratory until I see what happens at All In, because I don't trust Tony Khan and his booking of women, which I think is fair.
That's earned. He's earned that. Like, I mean, like you're a hardcore fan. You've watched for years. And this year, the women's division has not been featured in a strong way. And it's only gotten better since Mercedes has been back. Really. It's been on hold till Mercedes got back. And so I can't blame anybody for feeling that way.
And Mercedes is their best advocate. So that's why I've been team Mercedes should have the women's world title, because she is the women's division's best advocate. So
here's the thing. Here's why I think Mercedes may not win this title. Yet.
Mercedes is a good-hearted person who's going to see the crowd love from Willow and be like, don't give it to me.
What it says about the title, if Mercedes can't win it, is a big deal. Like, it says something about how prestigious that title is. You could win all these other titles, right? But when it comes time to wrestle for this one, you can't do it.
I don't know. I feel like that then devalues Mercedes and what Mercedes has actually done for women.
But it doesn't. She's already a huge star. She's putting over how much it means to her to win that title, because that's the one that's
okay. I want it on Mercedes. Okay. Before Bailey comes in, Mercedes needs to be world champion because I need to see them finish their feud. Okay.
Fair enough. Before just had to sign off. Looking forward to Grand Slam next week. We'll get into that in just a minute. Blurry Line, I agree kind of that Tekla deserved the moment, but I also think Willow deserves the moment. Uh-oh.
That's my problem. They both deserve it, but I was just like, if he proves me wrong, I'll be all for this. But I'm not there.
No, and I understand. Like, I'm happy that so many people love Tekla because I love Tekla. Like, I think she's great. I just think her holding the title isn't actually necessary right this minute. But she better stay on television. And I think that she has made herself undeniable at this point.
Agreed.
Like if you don't put her on television, people are going to go, where the fuck is Tekla? Like, it would be like not putting Toni Storm on TV if she was healthy. You know what I mean? Instead of sick with Parasite.
I love that's what we're calling it now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you did that to me. Yeti Malone, why do you have a fork? Why do you have a fork? Guy wrestling Abdullah the Butcher, or me talking to Books on my podcast. Yeti Malone, Willow wins it all in, Mercedes wins it all out, maybe. I mean, there's always that possibility. Blurry Line, Tekla's probably wrestling Mick Foley at All In if he gets his way. Tekla would. There's a lot of people who like to wrestle Tekla. Michael Allen Lewis, I truly believe Willow is winning, especially if there's a possibility that Bailey is jumping ship. You don't want a title involved for a potential feud or tag between them. Interesting. Blurry Line, shout out to Detroit here because they straight up were not having any of Mercedes. Like, they almost shouted her down. Like, you can almost barely understand her.
Did not appreciate that for our CEO. Like, can we put some respect on her? Because of what she's done, it drives me nuts.
It was like they formed a barrier of noise between Mercedes and Willow in that moment. She was their champion. I know exactly what you mean. Michael Allen Lewis. They did that to Willow with the TBS title and Mercedes. If she does that with the world title, the torches and pitchforks are coming for DK. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I would like Willow to win. Mercedes not being able to hold the title elevates it because I think the current value of Mercedes exceeds the AEW Women's World Championship. She has so much cachet with the wrestling audience. Said so much better than I was trying to say it. Is Mercedes is already kind of bigger than the belt. So her not being able to win it actually makes the belt feel meaningful. That's all. Now, okay. All right. The audio of this podcast is going to be fantastic. Let me tell you, this is a very video centric podcast. She needs to desire this title more than anything. And I think she just needs to talk about it more. The Motor City Machine Guns don't show up on Dynamite. They showed up on Collision. What a great way to start Collision though, right? Like,
yeah, I knew it too. I was like, when they didn't show up, I was like, oh, they are fucking trolling us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeti Malone says Detroit was acting like Willow was from Detroit. I know.
She's from Long Island.
I know. So is Statlander.
I hate Long Island.
Obviously, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin are one of the greatest tag teams of the modern era, one of the greatest tag teams of the 21st century. They instantly felt like they belonged. It provides a whole bunch of new matchups for the tag division.
Yeah, it puts Bree's new life into the tag team. However, I do have an issue with what did you think we weren't going to show up here? Yeah, because you got dazzled by the fucking bright lights of a fucking other promotion that barely fucking used you and treated you like shit. Yeah, we thought you weren't showing up.
Yeah. Well, if it's true that Jazzwares is going to stop making those AEW toys, it's funny because Motor City Machine Guns toys just came out from WWE, so they're for sale right now. I bet you can find them marked down somewhere. But yeah, so they run Collision on a Thursday, and the first, knowing that they're running head-to-head with TNA, and who's the first people they bring out? The Motor City Machine Guns, and the next people that came out were the Rascals. Oops. Michael,
as much as I'm like not a big fan of like the petty behavior, I kind of love the petty behavior because these companies have kind of asked for it.
It's not that I hate the people who work for TNA. I just don't like Carlos Silva or Triple H. Yeah. Fuck them. Fuck them.
That's where my issues are. It's the people who are running these companies, not. Oh, hello, my new friend.
Yeah, Holly yaps on Graps. I'm late. Start over. I don't think Books could start over at this point.
No, you've missed quite a
2 glasses of wine in. There's no going back, really. Okay. But
okay. I meant like a fan of petty behavior with the wrestling promotions. I love petty behavior. We know this.
Yes, yes.
But I don't like when Tony Khan behaves in a petty matter.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he's like purposely like being a petty little Betty. But in this case, I was like, you know what? When you're going to go, oh my God, they tried to counterbook me when their pay-per-view is booked first. I don't feel bad for you.
No, Carlos Silva's full of shit. I mean, he's just a fucking idiot. Like, fuck that guy. Michael Allen Lewis says, or Moose, he sucks too. Yes, he does. He's a guy who really doesn't mind hitting his partners. Fantasy matches that you can have with Motor City Machine Guns, FTR, the Young Bucks, the Outrunners, the Hurt Syndicate, Top Flight versus these guys would be really good.
Daybreak.
I hope that's what their name is. I really do. Hope
Cope
they're called
Cage.
Daybreak. Cope and Cage. You have there's
Kenny and a Hangman.
No, well, I want to see Kenny and Hangman tag one more time.
This is why I'm telling you, his little smirk is because he's not done with Kenny yet.
No, I'm sure he's not. But if he comes out and does a little head nod, I said it first.
I will never forgive Hangman. Okay, I will never forgive Hangman.
Well, make sure you never forgive me too, because I'm the one who said it. I just gave him the idea.
That's a given.
Yeah. Okay. All right. The Rascals as well. I would love to see Motor City Machine Guns and the Rascals hook it up. Michael Allen Lewis.
This is a pen.
Oh my God. Oh my Jesus Christ. Yes, people. Books just realized this object that she was fidgeting with is a pen. Michael Allen Lewis says, hey, AEW's punching up. TNA is the #2 promotion after all. Yeah. I saw somebody post a comment from Eric Bischoff from last year when they got the AMC deal. And man, that guy really doesn't know shit about what he's talking about. To be fair, I don't really have much against the Guns for going to WWE. Like, they went there, won the only set of tag belts they were never going to win, got paid to do nothing, then went to AEW a year later. I mean, yeah. Holly says the goddamn pen is blue. She's so lucky that wasn't a poison umbrella tip. Well, this is a video podcast now, folks.
I've never played around with this. I just like I do this, so I never.
So you really never knew if it's actually.
No, because I don't check the cheat sheets.
Holly says
it's black. It's black.
Yeah, she didn't know if it was actually blue, but it's okay. It's all right. Yeah, and then Books has a fucking fork. Yes. Jesus Christ. Okay, Books the Butcher over here. Well, you've never seen Abdullah the Butcher, have you?
No.
Oh my God, we gotta show you some Abdullah. Yeah.
Okay.
Him and Mick Foley.
How about we make an agreement?
Uh-huh.
For every match you make me watch that doesn't feature Scott Hall, you have to make me watch one with Scott Hall.
For every match? I can't.
For every pay-per-view. For every pay-per-view that does not have Scott Hall, we watch another one that has Scott Hall. Yes.
I am not taking that fork to the forehead.
Yes,
right?
Yes,
no, I'm not. I already have had a head. Okay. I've already taken enough head damage. Yeah. Books wants to watch Scott Hall matches. Blade's feeding her Abdullah the Butcher matches. That's correct. That is correct. Hey, he came out of a fucking box to attack Sting. And according to Jim Cornette, anybody who comes out of a gift box is automatically over. Okay. So, the Continental Cup. Just want to say I like this. If you're going to have the Continental title be a title that we have to take seriously, it should have more of a purpose. And TK, this is one of those for better or for worse things. He's stubborn and he wants it to be a serious title. So I think having it defended in another tournament is a good compromise. We're going to have a 16-man single elimination tournament where the Continental title is defended, the finals being at All In. AEW is a tournament company. I like that they have basically ignored the dorks in the IWC. For men, yes, for men. However, Tony did recently say that he is considering a Crockett Cup style tag tournament for men and women. So I hope he's serious about that. That would be great.
Or I don't know, how about doing a Continental Classic for women? That would be great Continental too. Cups and Cup and Classic for men. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's beat those allegations, Tony.
He has so long to go before doing a Continental Classic for the women would even be like remotely. And I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying like Tony's not beating the allegations anytime soon at all. Like they're sticking. But it's not replacing the Continental Classic. The winner is a Continental champion. They receive a Stanley Cup-like cup with their name engraved for all time. It's a pretty cool concept. Full roster of participants will be announced on YouTube on Monday. I'm saying it right now. If Jay White is healthy, I truly hope he enters, and I truly hope he wins. Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, Roddy Strong are all confirmed as entered. Moxley will obviously enter as well. Who are some of the people you guys want to see in the Continental Cup?
I mean, definitely Jay White.
Yeah, Jay White for sure. Juice, I wouldn't complain about being in the Continental Cup. He'd be a fun guy to watch.
I'm going to assume we're going to see a certain group of dogs.
Maybe.
Enter. I'm going to assume Brody King.
Maybe Bandito.
Hold on. Side note. Do you know, I really loved that AEW was like, we see you fans, and they put Hangman Adam Page with Brody King. Like, your two most outspoken side tangent that made me really laugh.
Also, we are coming so close to my ultimate trio vision that I put into the universe. I was the first. Okay, I got real popular, but I said it first. Probably not, actually. But
Buddy Matthews.
Bandito, Hangman, and Brian Keith should all be a trio. Okay?
Oh my God, yes.
Yes. That'd be dope.
It would be nice to see Okada.
Yeah, Okada would be great.
Buddy Matthews is clear. I have him making an appearance at All In. That's like my fantasy booking.
Yeah. They've also announced a men's gauntlet, but not a women's gauntlet, which is confusing to me.
Because they already had the women's gauntlet to give Willow the title.
How many men's gauntlets did they have last year? They had like 5. Like, come on.
This is Tony Khan we're talking about.
I know.
I may be his secret lover, but I gotta hold him accountable.
No, you're 100% right. That's why I'm bringing it up in the first place. Kip Sabian, Holly Yaps on Graps. Blair Line, Okada just comes out of stasis when a tournament is announced. I still think we're getting Takeshita versus Fletcher versus Okada. I think that's what we're getting for the international title.
I do too. I can also
Too Fat to Cook, Commander Bandito, Romeo Malaverde, formerly known as Escobar. Okay. Just give me all the luchadors. Fuck yeah, that'd be rad.
Yeah.
It'd
be nice to see some other talent come in. Maybe Gabe Kidd returns.
Yeah, maybe Gabe Kidd's back by then because the G1 will be over. Yeah, and Yeti Malone said Juice makes a lot of sense because he had to leave the C2 last year due to injury. Eddie Kingston, I have seen on threads, some people were talking about Eddie. I would love that. I'm not sure how likely it is.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I really love that he loves ROH that much, but I also because I can't consistently watch ROH.
Yeah. Well, and he's in a tag team with Ortiz. It's not like he's even wrestling singles matches that much. Holly is a big Gabe Kidd supporter here. Yeti Malone.
Holly, remind me to tell you. I'm gonna have to tell you about the girls that were sitting in front of me at the Asheville show because they were barking.
Okay, so lastly, Jay White has disappeared again. Is he injured? Is this precautionary? How worried are we feeling right now?
We're gonna go precautionary because we're not worrying. Otherwise, Jay White's going in a bubble. I've said this. I will say this every time. I will fucking put Jay White in a bubble if he's injured one more time. I will find him and I will make him bubble boy.
You didn't see Redemption. So in the tag match, Finley picks him up in this Dominator where his back is like on top of your shoulder and you throw them kind of face first down on the mat, and Jay's head did not get all the way down. And he kind of it looked like he scraped his head on the ring, but for a minute, it didn't look like Jay or the ref or anybody knew if he was going to be okay. And he finished the match. He looked okay.
Yeah, he's probably on like a concussion.
Maybe on a concussion protocol. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Fucking Finlay. That motherfucker destroys Bullet Club. Now he's gonna destroy Jay White. I'm gonna come for that motherfucker.
I have been standing up for him. I have been standing up for the dogs. I have been barking for the dogs. I have been one of the only people who's managed to defend these fuckers consistently, watching people jump off the dog wagon over and over and over again as I stayed true. And then he repays me like this.
Now I love Gabe Kidd. It's that motherfucker Finlay.
Yeah. Well, Finley just motherfuckered himself right out of this house. Is all I'm saying. Okay? You just motherfuck yourself. Okay? But interestingly enough, last night on Collision, Jay White isn't there, but but the Motor City Machine Guns make the save for the Bang Bang Gang when they got attacked by the Death Riders and the dogs. So, yeah.
Okay. I'm still convinced Will is going to turn heel, not at Wembley, probably after. What if he teams back up with United Empire? They team up with the Bullet Club, and the Dogs. And then you get the Bang Bang Gang mixed with Motor City Machine Guns and the Elite to fucking whip Finlay's butt.
So you're just talking like, why don't we just do a mixed 12-on-12 blood and guts match?
Anarchy in the arena.
Yeah. Just like people like, and it's just all about Bullet Club. For some reason, Willow's there.
I'm telling you, if they don't address Kenny Omega also being pissed at Finlay, I'm going to be pissed.
Too Fat to Cook says, speaking of ROH, watch it tonight. It's stacked. I will probably
going to watch it tomorrow.
I'll have it on in the background. Blurry Line, a notable part of FA Cup history until a couple of years ago is that draws would necessitate a replay. So it'd be neat if that lineage was carried into this cup. That would be kind of interesting. Jay White is in custody by Fandango and Tyler Breeze for crimes against fashion. Fair. That is fair. Because Jay, he wore plain white, like Lululemon white fucking sweats in that match. It was in cowboy boots. It was like, Jay, what are we doing here, man? What are we doing?
Leave my Jay White alone.
Blurry Line says, also, Finley, please stop fucking doing the Dominator. It's not a move you do unless you're like 6'3". Yeah. Too Fat to Cook says, I guess what that dog doing. Little Nick Jackson nod there. Michael Allen Lewis, plus Finley's legs were caught in the chain while he did that. Frightening. Maybe that's why Jay didn't land very well, was because he was shortened by the chain. Like, good Lord. Devil Dinosaur Professor Degree. Blood and guts. Everyone on the roster versus Finley.
I love that, actually.
That's not a bad idea.
I'm sorry. Until they really address that they have two Bullet Club leaders with the guy who ended Bullet Club, I'm going to harp on it because you have a fucking easy story right there.
Quick hits. The Demand won the Trios Championship, which I think is cool.
Love that. They deserve it.
Hangman asked Brodido to team with him in Mexico for the Trios titles. And now I want them to win them because that would be dope as fuck. Grand Slam Mexico looks like absolutely batshit insane good. And I'm going to pull something up here real quick while we're talking about it. Oh, damn it. I can't. Okay. I'm going to pull it up on my screen, but you're not going to be able to see it. How's that? Hold on.
Are you pulling up the card? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Let me be a boomer. Don't do it for me. All right, don't do it for me.
I don't know how to do it.
I'm almost there. Okay. We got Kyle Fletcher versus Speedball for the AEW International Championship.
Poor Speedball.
Yeah, he's going to lose. We got Mark Davis versus Will Ospreay. No outside interference, but it sounds like it's going to be a Mexico City street fight.
Poor Mark Davis.
Yeah. We've got Andrade versus Tommaso Ciampa versus Commander for the #1 spot in the Casino Gauntlet at All In London. We've got the Demand defending the Trios titles against Hangman, Adam Page, and Brodido. We've got the CMLL World Women's Champion Persephone versus Chris Statlander. I find that very interesting. They call it the World Women's Championship. And that I've seen it spelled out that way multiple times. And I'm just like, that's such an interesting way to say that. But anyway, Willow Nightingale.
It's more important that it's the world and the women, it being the women's title is second. Like, that's how I take it. Like, to them, this is still a world title. It's just, that's the bigger part of it.
World Women's? Do they call it the World Men's? I don't know. The AEW
Probably not.
Women's World Champion Willow Nightingale and her buds, the Brawling Birds, take on Mercedes Moné and the Divine Dominion in a trios match. The Dream Team of Mystico, Chris Jericho, and Darby Allin take on the Don Callis family, Kevin Knight, Kazuchika Okada, and Hechicero. And we get a huge 8-man tag match. Cage and Cope teaming with the Young Bucks versus Wheeler Yuta, Daniel Garcia, Pac, and John Moxley. That's on one show. That's one show. One show. That's one.
And you'll probably get people complaining that it was for free on TV.
Or too long, or yeah.
I want to know whose idea was it. Was it Jericho or Mystico's? Why are they teaming up together? Like, I have so many questions, and I'm not going to repeat them out loud because
I was talking with fellow alumni, guest alumni on the podcast, Kaylee, during the show, and I said, because Kevin Knight had said for any former world champion, and I was like, Darby, Mystico maybe, and Jericho. And then they announced the team, and I was totally right. I was like, nobody's going to believe this story because I'm always wrong, but it's true. Every Bullet Club member should get to hit their finish on David Finlay for karma. I agree.
Yes.
Larry Line 7 respects you audio listeners. Y'all are being put through it tonight. Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm very animated tonight. Blame the rosé.
It was a lot of fun. Andrade wrestled in his hometown of Mexico. Did you catch that on
yes.
Was that on? Yeah. Well, Andrade in your hometown of Mexico. Oh, that was too much. Also, that sentence structure might make more sense in Spanish. Yeah. Probably. So World Women's Champion might sound more correct in Spanish. Yeah. Blurry Line, Jericho just wants to team with Mystico so he remembers what the crowd singing your entrance theme sounds like. Look, the internet does not like Chris Jericho, but when you go to an AEW show, crowds go batshit for Jericho. It's crazy.
I don't like Chris Jericho, but I end up singing too because it's a fucking catchy song.
It's a great entrance song. I remember when he left WWE, I was like, what's he going to come out to, like, in AEW? And he started coming out to Judas, and I was like, I will say Judas is the best Fozzy song I've ever heard because that's not a very high bar. But it's a really good wrestling entrance song. It really is.
It's catchy, and it gets the people going.
Too Fat to Cook says, ew, keep Jericho away from Mystico, please. Yeah, definitely don't let him, like, try to leech Mystico's aura in Mexico, okay? But, you know, Chris Jericho does have an extended history in Mexico himself. So Holly says, Asheville had so many Jericho fans, it was insane. And Blair Line says they had like 2 good songs 20 years apart. Yeah, that's not hard to believe. Anybody can write a good song or 2.
Yeah.
You know, it's the people that write more than 1 or 2 that you remember. Fozzy will not be a legendary band that people talk about.
I'm singing it now.
I become a Judas in my mind.
In my mind.
Judas in my mind.
Mine's.
Books, this has been a fabulous session. I'm so glad we got to do this. I'm so glad you're back. I'm so glad you're going to be with us on Monday to review your boyfriend, Scott Hall.
Love him. I don't even think I've really seen, like, I've been told I actually have seen this match. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because it was a part of the Monday Night Wars series that like the
documentary series, yeah,
the documentary series. So I have seen majority of it, and yeah, because I did watch a lot of that in them coming in. So
now look, I bribe you with Scott Hall, okay?
You do, you bribe
because I want to make you watch DDP versus Hacksaw Jim Duggan in a taped fist match. That's why. Okay. So watch all of Bash at the Beach 1996 before Monday.
I will. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna start. I have a new theory. Well, not a new theory. I have an idea, and it's gonna come out here a little bit. And it's gonna be me being basically a sexist when I'm talking about these male matches. So it's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, are you and Bex going to do it, or are you and?
Oh yes, no, me and Bex are going to do it, and we're going to pick like I'm talking. I want to do a Stone Cold match. I want to do like a Rock match. I want to pick these big beefy guys that like are the epitome of like male. But I'm going to do it anytime now I watch old wrestling.
Yeah,
where I'm going to talk like the commentators do for women, but for men.
We should do that. I mean, we should record some sessions of you and Bex watching that and use them as like a break thing that we can run during a podcast or something sometime. That would be awesome. And it sounds like a fantastic, and we can bring in other people, other women to watch.
Yes, I'm going to bring other people. I want to bring other women into it because the whole point is to highlight.
Yeah. Blurry line, and this is to give you something to look forward to. Jim Duggan literally cannot comprehend how tape works in that entire tape fist match.
Let's not scare me, please.
The match ends. He doesn't have any tape on his hands. That's all I'm going to say.
Isn't my favorite person like in this too?
Scott Hall?
No, I meant my actual least favorite person, but
the Macho Man?
I actually like Macho Man. I don't like the vocal fry.
Right.
I was talking about Hogan.
Oh yeah, he's definitely
in it.
This is when he joins the NWO. This is when he turns heel. This is the big moment.
I have a lot to say.
Guys, if you haven't yet, go on Threads or Blue Sky or YouTube or Instagram and follow Jobber Underground. That is just the way it sounds. It's at Jobber Underground. We are working on a brand new website. We're going to have merch to sell. It's the new home of Sit Down, Shut Up, Mark, Out and Pro Wrestling Forever. It's Sickos Club rebranded, but with the same fucking attitude. Pro wrestling is for everyone, and we're happy to have you with us as long as you're not MAGA or an absolute dickhead. So, with that said, I'm Blade Daly.
I'm Books and Bodyslams. Wow.
And you're gonna sober up. Pro wrestling forever.
I forgot my name. I'm actually gonna have another glass of wine because I think Shane and Bex deserve this ridiculous as well. Yeah. Well, Books, this was a really special episode, and I'm glad that we were able to do it. Yes. Degree, I also believe my idea is genius.
It is genius. It is. I mean, like, it is absolutely brilliant. Like, I'm very, very excited for it. Blurry Lion says, no, she's not. She's not sobering up.
I'm going to order my Uber Eats.
You can't leave it on odd numbers. The even numbers will level you out. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Really
okay,
good.
I won't lie. This last one did have a little bit of sparkling water in it. Okay. So I wasn't like...
You watered it down a little bit. All right.
I tried. Well, I'm glad, like, Holly says is one of her favorites. I'm very nervous. I have not had a good run with these.
Yeah.
Old school.
Bash at the Beach 96, it has some great shit. It's like one of Rey Mysterio's very first WCW pay-per-views.
I did love him, which was the Halloween Havoc. I liked him.
Oh, that was 98 with Eddie Guerrero. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
This is 96.
The only good match of that episode.
That was the only good one. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a big WCW fan, so I love this shit.
Yeah.
Holly as well.
No, I mean, Mr. Books is too. So he's very excited for me to do this. Did anyone else watch the unboxing of not the AEW All Elite crate, the Pro Wrestling crate, and how everyone is pissed off about the autograph because it's Vince Russo? Even Isaac goes, if you got that, I would have thrown that shit out because fuck Vince Russo.
I would fucking go crazy for that shit, bro. I would fucking go nuts for that, bro. Fucking Vince Russo, bro.
It's been so funny watching people's reactions to this box.
They're so mad.
No one wants Vince Russo's autograph.
That's hilarious.
It's gonna go for like a 0 on eBay because no one wants it.
Wow.
I don't think there's any WCW fan that likes Russo because, I mean, let's be real. We have a conspiracy theory in this house, and that is Russo was a plant by another company to destroy WCW.
I don't think that's actually true, but
it's not. I said it's a conspiracy theory.
I know. I understand why there are people who really believe that. And I don't think Vince is actually as smart as they think he is, Vince McMahon.
Oh,
but
definitely not.
You know, I think, Vince Russo was convinced that he was the genius who did the Attitude Era, and he thought he was going to be untethered and be even better in WCW. And it just turns out he was much worse. Yeti Malone says White Claw is sparkling water, right?
I should have done White. I don't have any seltzers right now.
I never actually had a White Claw before. Does
really?
Russo personalize his autographs to Bro? To Bro from Vince Russo. Who do I make this out to? Bro? Cool. All right. We're taking off, everybody. Thank you so much. This will be out tomorrow. Probably extremely confusing to those without video.
I apologize. I'm sorry for drinking wine.
You should not be sorry. You should in no way apologize. This was very fun. And it should be more fun for the people who see it live, God damn it, because we want them to watch it live. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Books, not you. Just in case.